I really want to find out if his lips are as soft as they look. I want to kiss you.
Good things come to those that wait, and I've been waiting.
I've heard people say reality TV is scripted and some producers really drive the narrative that they're aiming for. And this is so clear in this season of Too Hot to Handle. You can tell the couples that the producers have come up with. Brie and Damari, it's a producer couple. When they got the green light to kiss, their kiss was not a kiss of two people that are sexually attracted to one another, people that want to really rip each other's clothes off. No, they're not. No, they're not. Even the kiss between Catherine and what's his name? Oh my God, and Charlie, same thing. Same thing. The people that I think actually had a physical attraction were surprisingly Sabrina and Chris, and we only saw them once, and that was the end of it because the producers have decided to pivot back to the couples that they want to focus on. But anyway, I digress. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Too Hot to Handle, Season 6, Episode 8. My God, make it stop. Anyway, so you have Brie finally tell Damari that, well, she didn't kiss Jalen, although there was that little clip of her sort of asking him to move closer to her, and it's like, why the teasing? Did the producers encourage that because they wanted a cliffhanger or what? Make it make sense? I don't buy the connection between Brie and Damari. I'm sorry. Why I don't buy it? I haven't been buying it all along, but when they got the green light and they kissed, their kiss was a performance kiss. You know, the kisses that you see in movies or whatever, where actors are sort of performing not to sort of cross the line with their partner. That was it. That wasn't a kiss between two people that really like each other in a romantic sense. If you want to go back and rewatch, I'll try and put the clip at the start of my review. But to me, I don't think it's a romantic couple. I think it's a producer couple that they've decided that this is the couple that they want. And so you have Brie and Damari just going along with it. I think Damari was actually attracted to Valentina. That's the one he actually kissed passionately. This kiss wasn't passionate. Even Chris, who just met the new girl, kissed her more passionately than that. So make it make sense. Anyway, you have Charlie having a conversation with Catherine, and he's sort of saying, oh, I didn't kiss her. And then he minimizes on the truth. He doesn't tell her about the massage, and it's like, Charlie, seriously, what's wrong with you? Why are you a Creed 2.0? Who's directing you? Who's telling you what to do? It doesn't make sense. So they didn't get the green light. So obviously they can't kiss. Now they're worrying, why didn't we get the green light? And it's like, maybe if Charlie was truthful, maybe if your connection was genuine, maybe then you would get a green light. But as long as the two of you are not being truthful, this is where you're going to be stuck. You then have the two bombshells sort of having conversations with the rest of the other guests. So you have Jalen speaking to the girls and sort of saying to the girls, you know, Brie said she's not game, she's already in a couple, so who tell me your couples, everybody is available. And the thing that I saw that I think is happening is I think producers had couples that they had in mind, people that they had already paired up, because we remembered Lucy and Charlie were in a couple until they realized that it wasn't working, and then they switched him over to Catherine. Well, surprise, surprise, when Jalen offers a kiss, who's first to raise their hand up for a passionate kiss? Lucy. The same person who was saying no to Charlie, and yet she told us it was her year of saying yes. Make that make sense? How does she say yes to Jalen, and yet she says no to Charlie, and yet this is her year of yes? Year of yes means you never say no, you're constantly saying yes. So it tells me that the producers matched them up, but she didn't like Charlie in a romantic sense, and eventually they took her away and they just left her hanging. And so she jumped on board with the kiss. I don't know whether it's because she's worried that she might face the same fate as Kalisha and be sent home, or whether she really wanted to kiss this guy. One of the two things doesn't make sense to me because it was out of the blue. He also kissed Giovanna, although he said he's really attracted to Flavia. And it's like, oh, this is going to be messy. This is going to be messy. So now he likes Flavia. So they're going to be in a love triangle. This boy about to go home crying as well, the same way Jordan did, because Flavia has moved on to somebody else. I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't understand it. The new Grenade, the girl, she slept in a bed with Chris. So the day before, oh my god, I've forgotten her name. I'll pick it up at some point. The Grenade, the girl, she sort of realized that she couldn't have Charlie, so she was asked by the guys that since you can't have Charlie, who else do you like? And she said she liked the look of Chris. Chris was like, she's not my type, but I'm game. So I think people are participating now because they're all afraid that they'll be sent home. That's the impression that I get. Because Lana sent Kalisha home, so everybody's worried that if I don't participate or if I don't make an effort to try and create a connection with someone, then I'm being sent home. I liked their little chemistry. I really did. The fact that they really enjoyed themselves in bed. Apparently, according to Flavia, they kept her up all night with whatever they were doing. And it's like, hey, it is what it is. Let them enjoy. At least let someone actually show that they've got a romantic connection, because otherwise all the other romantic connections don't make sense. And in the morning, the girls are sort of talking about, Jalen saying, does he give F-boy vibes? And it's like, well, he's amateur Lewis. He's amateur Lewis because they couldn't keep Lewis anymore because he was being a menace. So they've tried to find another menace to bring into society to try and cause havoc. And so their answer is this young man, Jalen, and he's going to wreak havoc because he says he really wants Flavia. Flavia is saying that's her type. And it's like, Flavia, make it make sense. You ran away from Jordan because you said Jordan wasn't your type and Joao was your type. Now you're with Joao, you're saying Joao is not your type. Jalen is your type. Make it make sense? I don't get it. This is messy. So you have Jalen is pursuing Flavia, and it's like, seriously, why do we need a love triangle? Why? So in the morning you have, the girls have a conversation. You have Flavia with Valentina and Catherine have a conversation, and she feels like something is a bit off with Charlie, but she can't put her finger on it. And the girls know that Charlie had a massage, but he refused for Sabrina to tell anyone. And it's like, what do you think? You're on a reality TV show. What did you expect to happen in Sherlock Holmes? What did you think was going to happen? How did you expect to keep a secret and your partner not find out? So he then you have Charlie go and have a conversation with Bree and Damari, and he confides in them. I think he's become very close to Bree because they were in detention together, and then they came out, and then so they've been very close since then. So they are sort of asking him, why didn't you come out and tell her the truth? Why did you lie? And okay, if you lied, that's fine. She'll understand that you were trying to protect her feelings. He reveals, oh, but I also told Sabrina not to tell her. And it's like, it's just making things worse. Go and tell her. And then they have this scene of people walking through the villa, the resort, sort of looking for each other. And it's like, these producers, somebody needs to change them. Seriously, this season was terrible. Somebody needs to change them, because you can actually foreshadow what's about to happen in the next scene. Because next scene is Catherine and Sabrina sit down and they're having a conversation, and Sabrina reveals that, yes, she sort of runs around the hills for a bit, and then she eventually gets to, yeah, I did give him a massage, but he told me not to tell you, and so I feel bad. And it's like, oh my God, it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal that you gave him a massage. Let's not make a mountain out of a molehill. She gave him a massage, and so what's next? What are we doing about it? Is it such a big deal that she wants to break up with him? And for Catherine, given the stuff she's been up to since she walked into this resort, I don't get why she suddenly, oh, it's me, he's offended me, how dare he disrespect me? Oh my God, I don't get it. They then have this candy party, which I don't even know why. I don't even know why the producers didn't decide to give them even a challenge to do something instead of giving them that silly game that they gave them. I don't know why. The party, you couldn't even make heads or tails of it. People were dressed as different types of candy, but then you had sort of Flavia wander off with Jalen because she really likes Jalen, and Jalen has been making attempts to sort of try and pull her away from her partner. And it's like, oh my God, why do we need a love triangle? Are there no other storylines? Why is Jalen pursuing someone in a couple instead of him starting his own couple the same way Sabrina did? We haven't even seen Sabrina and Chris, so we don't even know what's going on there, but instead we're being shown this love triangle and this lie. Make it make sense. I don't get it. Catherine eventually has a conversation with Charlie, and Charlie is sort of trying to apologize for the fact that he didn't tell her about the massage. It's not even a case, the massage. And she's, oh, you've betrayed my trust. Now I want to sleep on my own. Oh, please. It's enough. We've had enough. We've seen enough. It's time to move on to something else that's more interesting. So in that case, you now have Charlie share a bed with Jalen. You have Joao feel some type of way. It's just a mess because you have Charlie now share a bed with Jalen because Catherine said she wants to sleep alone. You have Flavia and Joao sort of throwing each other hard eyes across the room, and it's like, seriously, who comes up with these storylines? Who comes up with let's do this, let's do that? Why can't they leave people to be like on, at least let the sort of production be there, but not be as obvious as it is at the moment. It's very obvious that they are manipulating every scene and they're having to retake or 2, 3, 4 times just because they haven't got what they wanted. It doesn't make sense. So you have Joao now moaning, oh, why is Flavia making eyes at Jalen? Oh, I feel some type of way, I feel disrespected. And it's like, please, leave it out. We've had enough. Anyway, everybody goes to sleep in the morning. People are feeling some type of way. And it's like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. You have Jalen still talking about the fact that he wants Flavia. And yet there are 2 girls. There's Gianna and there's Lucy. They're not in couples. Why can't he be in a couple with them? Why can't he pursue that couple? Why can't we have more couples in the villa that are sort of exploring connections? That way there's enough people to sort of pick from when we get to the finale. The producers must have picked their winner before they even started the show. That's the impression that I get. Oh my God. Well, what can I say? I'll just summarize the end of it. More or less, they attend a workshop, and the workshop, for me, it sort of makes sense. At least it's better than putting the boys in the box vaginas. This was a bit better. Yeah, they put them in ice buckets or ice tubs, whereby they were trying to make the girls feel uncomfortable. That way they could try and be honest to themselves and tell the truth about their situations. And so I get that. I think some of the stories were made up. I think some of the girls just said what they thought people would want to hear or people would empathize with, because I didn't quite understand where it came from. Obviously, there were people who spoke about abandonment because their parents abandoned them. That was, what Catherine said is the reason behind her sort of, her not wanting to connect with anyone in a relationship. You had Giovanna talk about how people body shamed her and that affected her confidence in herself. And it's like, oh my God, can people come up with things that are more original than this? That's just my opinion. We need more original things than this. And so after the workshops, the intention was to get the girls to try and open up to their guys. The situation with Flavia and Jalen and Joao is just a love triangle that the producers have decided to just throw in, because you have Flavia sort of questioning whether she would have still been with Joao had Jalen been in at the start. And the honest answer is no, she would not. We can all say that she would not, because at the end of the day, Joao was the better of 2 evils. She couldn't stand Jordan. He was very weird. So that's why she went for Joao. And now she's with Joao. She realizes that he's not Ed and it's too far in the show for her to sort of twist or spin and go with somebody else. And I think this is why she's decided just to settle with Joao. He then throws a fit after speaking to Jalen and finding out that Flavia had been flirting with him and that said she was open, because he now feels some type of way. And it's like, what did you think, Sherlock Holmes? What did you think? You haven't made her your girlfriend. You haven't said you're exclusive. So what did you think was going to happen? Did you think she wasn't going to try and get to know someone else? Did you think she wasn't going to try and get to know someone else? This was to be expected. Anyone could have seen this coming. So I'm not surprised that this is the outcome. He decides he wants space, and it's like, obviously space means he wants to sleep in his own bed. I hope Flavia jumps in a bed with Jalen and then that will wake him up. Finally, you have a breakthrough between Charlie and Catherine, because she's able to confide her feelings. She's able to sort of talk about the reason behind her trust issues. And he apologizes. Am I surprised that they got the green light? No, they were bound to get a green light for the story to make sense. This whole thing is just, oh my God, it's just so predictable. It's unbelievable. But anyway, I don't know. I can't wait for it to finish. I'm looking forward to next season, because this season ain't it. It really ain't. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 7. Bye guys.